What's up, guys? Good to see you all again. This is the Road to 40, episode 5. I came out here, unfortunately, with no mic today. I was charging at my house, and due to me not recording and being in the ebb of flow in quite a while, I guess that was a mistake. So we're gonna try to record now, keep it brief, and just sort of like fill you guys in on what's been going on. I've had an outpour. No, can't even use that word. But I've had a few people have spoken that missed the series, and I guess I was affecting people's lives in a positive way, more people than I knew. And when I say the people have spoken, I mean about six people. No, but I've had people reach out, man, and ask where the series has went, and that the little bit I was doing was informative. So I want to get back on it, and I want to do it at my pace. I feel like that was part of the problem last time, is I created a little bit too fast of a pace for myself with the releasing of videos and how long, and it became a burden. Started to feel like homework, kind of, especially with having a newborn baby boy, Briggs, who is awesome, and he's been just a pleasure to be his dad and watch him grow. And I picked up an extra day at work. I picked up a client in the gym, and I just felt like everything was very condensed. And I do like to have an active life, but I needed to recalibrate. Also, a lot of the side projects I've started in my life, stand-up comedy, battle rap, a little bit of sketch comedy, I've sort of like stopped and put to the side, and not necessarily completed or driven it as far as I could. So I need to prove to myself that I'm not a quitter, because if I was me looking at my channel, if I was somebody else looking at my channel, in my eyes, I'd be like, this guy just starts things and sort of like stops. So that's not the reputation I want for myself. So moving forward, I'm gonna try to release maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, maybe like 20 minutes a piece, cut off some of that time, cut off a little bit of that fat, a little more editing, more gym stuff, more diet stuff, still do the car ride talks, and infuse my personality on the series. That's pretty much it. I'm going to film on a daily basis and edit at night, and just really try to only bring the quality, the good stuff. So I'm gonna keep this particular video short. I feel like that's something I'm gonna try to do moving forward, and just look out for episode 5. It's gonna be coming out. I had a hiatus, but at the end of the day, there's no guarantee, there's no like schedule. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. At the end of the day, there's nothing that's forced, but I want to do it. And this time I'm going to be concise and just have fun with it. And if nothing comes of it, then that's fine too. Not gonna stop. So we will pick up the pieces tomorrow. I'm gonna be hitting some chest. I got a workout partner now, so he'll be able to film more sets. I'm not gonna film everything, but maybe like 2 or 3 sets per workout would be pretty ideal. And I'll switch between doing those video breakdowns with the mic off, where I'm doing like a voiceover, and then just breaking down the exercise. And we'll do that with some diet stuff too. And I'll tell you how I've been keeping the macros down. I'm at about 208 right now, 207. Feeling pretty lean. I feel like I'm in ever so slight of a carb deficit, and that's exactly what I wanted. This is a great time to pick up the series again, because I'm going to be going to Vegas at the end of April, and I treat that sort of like, I guess, my version of like a show. Like starting April 1st, I really start dialing down the carbs. Right now I'm doing 100 Monday, 100 Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, and then bumping it up to about 250 on Thursday, and then back to 100 Friday, 100 Saturday, and on Sunday I eat whatever I want. Also while keeping the protein around 210. So moving forward, at the start of April, I'll start to gradually knock down the carbs by about 10. So I'm about like at 90, 80, 70, 60, something like that for those 4 weeks, and then I'll show you guys how I really take that month and shred down. I'm staying floating at around, I'd say like 10, 11, 12% right now if I had to guess. But when I do this cut, this like mega cut in April, by the time I go to Vegas, I'll be hopefully as close to 5% as I can. And I'm feeling a little tiny bit weak, but this is why these are why cutting down to 5% is only a temporary thing, and then you come back, and I'm going to show you guys how I manipulate the carbs, how I do it, how I peak for these pool parties, and I'll take you guys on the journey with me. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, happy Tuesday morning. What is going down? We are fully entrenched in the reboot of the Road to 40. I'm on the way to Redcon right now. About to blast some chest. Yeah. I wanted to pick up this series again. I miss doing it, and I feel like this is a good time to do it because through March I'm going to be pretty much quote unquote like main gaining, keeping what I got, maybe in like the ever so slightest of a calorie deficit, and then starting in April, I'm going to start the supercut, I guess we'll call it. We'll call it the supercut, and I'm going to take you guys through about a month-long journey of how I get myself down from about 10% to hopefully around like 5-ish. And like I said, that's for a weekend in Vegas. It's temporary. Walking around at 5% year round is not only not ideal, but it's dangerous. We've seen fitness influencers in the past like Tristan Lee and a few other guys that really try to push the envelope with staying that lean year round, and it's just not practical, to be fair. It's about taking your foot off the gas at the opportune times and slamming it back down at the opportune times when you feel like you need to, or there's something that you want to be extra dicey for. So we're gonna go in there today. Like I said, I got a gym partner. It's not exactly full time. The dude's a pretty busy GC, and his mornings are pretty packed. He's general contractors deal with a lot of phone calls in the morning, and a lot of their work is handled in the early hours. So he gets in when 4 days a week, 5 days, God willing, for him, and that's fine. So on those days, I'll be able to have him assist in some recording, and yeah, I definitely want to provide more of an eclectic mix as far as like training and diet. I'm going to UFC 299 in Miami this weekend. So, as much as I don't want to make this like a in the life day of the life sort of series, maybe I'll pop open the camera for that just to show you guys, how I maintain my diet like at an arena or something like that. There's always some sort of healthy option. He's got to make it work. So we'll pop the camera back on inside. I'm running a few minutes late right now. Probably my own fault for not being in the flow of things as far as working out, doing the series. I had to run back inside and grab my microphone today, which I forgot, and it was a little bit of a scramble, but we got it done, and it'll be more smooth in the mornings moving forward. So I'll see you guys. Peace. I'm gonna do a drop set or just straight reps on this, but based on my other 3 sets, I think I'm just gonna go straight reps. Gonna go for 8 here, 8 crispy ones, I like to say. So let's see what we got. Probably just one more here. 7 it is. Lucky 7. It's my first time trying this machine. Second set. I've always seen this in here, but it's always been a little intimidating. But my good buddy Dave wanted to give it a whirl, so here we are. This is like a standing flat press, plate loaded. It's like a little kickstand here thing. So for shit. Little plate loaded decline. All right, chest went well today. It was a really good workout. Did about 16 sets of chest and about 45 minutes of cardio. It took me about 2 hours. I tried something new today that I've been eyeing at Redcon that looked interesting to me. A lot of the time I like to do that seated flat machine movement. I mentioned in the past that I get a really good contraction on it. There's a standing version of that, plate loaded, and it's always looked a little intimidating. So I kind of stayed away from it. But today, the guy I was working out with, my training partner, wanted to give it a shot, and that was enough for me. So we did it, and it worked out well. I felt good contraction from it. It was a pretty good variation. I had my buddy record about 3 sets today. Not my entire workout, but a nice few sets. I had my mic on for these sets, so I don't know. Is this mic on? It is. Yeah, so I did it with my mic on this time around, sort of give you that live audio feed from the gym. Yeah, I haven't spoken to the camera for a while, so allow me a few chapters to recalibrate. Yeah, that's it for the workout. Going to try to show you guys what I'm eating today. Keeping the carbs at 100 today, not exceeding that, and the protein at about 210. It's been the same sort of protocol as far as the diet for a few weeks now. I feel like I'm in a good spot. where when I hit my high carb day on Thursday, I feel like I feel like I kind of need it. So that's a good sign to indicate that you're in a decent calorie deficit. So I'm losing about, you know, I don't know, not even like half a pound a week, maybe like a quarter of a pound a week right now, which is fine for me. I'm floating around 207, 208. Yeah, in that range, and feeling pretty lean. Um, More lean than I've ever been at this weight before. So getting better. And the start of April, what I'm going to do is start to cut the carbs down by 10 or like 15 until they're about, 50 for that last week with a high carb day. I'm just going to be dropping the other days. So keep you guys on that. And yeah, that's it. All right. My dinner tonight, an absolute staple in my rotation. I Picassoed this a little bit, but this is a cauliflower crust pizza. I threw it in the air fryer. It's double meatballs, double sausage, hitting hamstrings tomorrow, so um, I want to have red meat. Yesterday I had chicken. Tomorrow I'm going to have chicken. I like to switch up my protein sources. So I went with this tonight. Um, every slice of cauliflower pizza, from what I've researched, they say 7, 8 grams of carbs. Let's just say 10. So it came with 6 slices. I reduced it to 4, moved all the toppings onto 4 slices. So I'm going to estimate this at ballpark 40, 45 carbs. Yeah, probably just 40. And then probably like a good 60, 65 grams of protein. I definitely recommend this. It's super tasty. I crisp the hell out of it in the air fryer. Get that undercarriage nice and crispy. And probably get a little bit of side of light ranch and dip it. Yeah, gonna start doing these more, showing you guys some of the things I do to keep my macros down. I got a little bit to play with, so I'm going to take advantage, and can't wait to eat this. All right, morning. As you can see, we got a rainy one and a gloomy one on this Wednesday morning. 6:40 on the way to Redcon to train hamstrings and a little bit of biceps, because if I'm gonna do 2 leg days and separate them, why not get a little bicep pump while I'm in there doing hamstrings and make it a little fun, a little treat, little treat. Yeah, so I was gonna wait till it got a little closer to 7, when I got a little closer to the gym, to record this, with the idea that more light would illuminate the picture from the sun. But as you can see, it's raining, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. So we're just gonna roll with it. I feel like a shadow of myself right now. Just, I don't know. Hopefully it comes out brighter, but it would not be on hopefully it comes out brighter on YouTube, but it will not be practical or safe to put this guy on and drive, or do any sort of light on my camera. That could be even more hazardous. But already on day 2 or 3 in a row of recording and getting back in the groove of talking again, and this is my I feel like it's one of those things. It's weird where I guess like the more you engage verbally, it's like working any other muscle, because now I feel it's just coming easier. As Joe Rogan always famously says in his Alpha Brain commercials, that I can form sentences easier, and that's kind of what's happening here. So we're on the way to train hamstrings and biceps. We're gonna get in there, hit some hamstring activators, probably with the big round ball. Try to film those, because I don't think I've done those. Back to some dumbbell RDLs. Haven't done those in a while. I need to grab another belt at some point in order to get those heavy RDLs, but I'm still gonna get after it today. Do some seated hamstring curls, and then we'll finish with some kickbacks and do some biceps. Then I'll go ahead and probably throw in some core. Yes, did calves yesterday. I'll throw in some core, and yeah, I'll that's it. Um, Today is day 3. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah, day 3 of low carb. Feeling good. Had about 100 on the dot. It could have been a splash over, but that's okay. I've alluded to the fact that I'm going to Vegas in late April, start of April. There's no, just I just missed 100. It's going to be exact, and yeah, I had somebody ask me yesterday if I think 50 minutes of the Stairmaster a day is enough cardio, and I said I feel like that's enough to maybe cover, like, not gonna say some people's like week, but that's a lot of cardio. And this particular person was saying that they're losing strength in the gym, and I was asking him, I just completely lost track of where I was going here. Let me see if I can just pick. Yeah, so the cardio thing. I don't know. I have no idea where I'm going with this right now, but I will say that. Okay, now I remember. It comes down to whether you want to do cardio or whether you want to tighten up your diet. You can do both. Obviously, that'll fasten up the process, speed up the process. But I find it when I do start to really buckle down on my diet that I don't really need much cardio. Still do it, but a mile a day, slow pace cardio on the treadmill is more than enough if the diet's on point. Now, if you want to have a little more wiggle room and kind of eat whatever you want, and this guy with the 50 minutes a day on the Stairmaster was telling me, his carb intake is triple mine, and I said that, look, man, it all comes down to the choices that you want to make. You if you want to have 300 grams of carbs a day and do an hour of the Stairmaster, that's fine. I would rather have 100 carbs, choose them wisely, and do way less cardio. Um, like I said, if you feel like you want to accelerate the process, I feel like both is ideal. So we've been talking way more than I wanted to. I'm gonna probably cut this off sooner than I ended it. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the gym. Yeah, as the weeks go, these are getting easier and easier. Whether I'm doing them with the ball or whether I'm doing them on the back of that sort of like cable row machine, I feel like these have just been coming easier to me. Because shocker, shocker, sunny skies. That is the bipolar weather of South Florida. But yo, we got a fat workout in today. Hamstrings and biceps. Did everything we set out to do. And finished the workout with 45 minutes on the elliptical machine. I did some heavy resistance. Just kind of felt like it. Not my typical go-to cardio finisher. I'm usually like a slow pace, kind of on the treadmill guy. Hop on the Stairmaster every now and then. One on the elliptical today. It was cool. Uh, yeah, not too much to really say right now. Just gonna get over in the other lane here. But I think today for lunch, I'm gonna thinking like some sort of egg concoction, whether it's a an omelet or some sort of like scooped bagel sandwich. And yes, I do realize that it's a bagel and it's scooped and it's still, at least 50 carbs, even scooped, but it's absolutely delicious and I factor it into my macros. So I'm not really too concerned right now. Yeah, so that's what's on the agenda. I'll probably show you guys that later. When I do order my bagel sandwich, it's a usually like an everything scooped, double toasted. It's gotta have the crispiness to hold everything together. Then I go double egg, cheese, sausage, Taylor ham. So it's probably around like 40 grams of protein in there and 50 grams of carbs. Throw a little sriracha on there, some hot sauce. Wash it down with a DC, sometimes some water. It depends. And we'll move on from there. I like to do what works for me, and when I feel like it's really time to tighten things up, then I will. But but yeah, that's all I got for right now. I want to keep this one brief. Last one was long. Peace. All right, this is going to be a quick one because my kid is crying in the other room. I don't know if you could hear it. My wife's on the case, but I'm going to break down this dinner real quick. I did a cheesy quesadilla taco. It's 2 breasts of lime chicken in here cut up with cheddar cheese, and I threw these bad boys on the pan with some more cheese on the bottom. So these particular tacos are the Mission Zero Carb, and I guess these are considered keto, but they're 7 grams per taco. So 7 times 4, 28, and then obviously a few more from the, sauce I'm about to put on. The quesadilla sauce, this is a mix between the creamy sriracha and lime ranch. And I'll put that on top when I'm done and enjoy. This is easily with the cheese and the chicken and even a little bit of help from the tacos. This is easily over 100 grams of protein, and this is really good for people who are intermittent fasting and trying to hit their macros, which is what I'm doing today. It's kind of been a formula that I've been doing for not every single day, but some days, and today I'm doing it. So enjoy this tip to try to keep the macros down and the taste buds up. What is going down? On the way to Redcon right now to hit some back. Much clearer, more illuminated setting this morning. I am going 45 minutes later today. I work out a little bit later. I go into work a little bit later. It's kind of like a middle of the week half day. So yeah, man, it's crazy what a difference like 45 minutes just makes in like the traffic flow and shit like that. I got to deal with a little like traffic bubble up here that's coming up, and that prolongs my ride to the gym. So I make sure to leave plenty in time to get there, meet my boy. Yeah, man, we're gonna hit some back today. Um, I've always said back is one of those things that there's just so much to do. There's so many different parts of the back that need to be hit, that there's almost no time to add anything else. Anything that's not like core or calves or something like would be considered like an extremity. So yeah, we're gonna go in there, do it up. Thursday morning is always the start of my high carb day. Haven't had anything yet, but it is the morning where I weigh myself. I feel like Thursday morning is my true weight. Um, this morning was 206.6, down from 206.8 like last Thursday, or maybe like 206.9. So yeah, I mean, these minute changes add up over time, and like I said, it's all I'm invested in the marathon of the cut. I don't I don't want to be hurting, and come the beginning of April, as I've alluded to, I'm going to Vegas for a week, and I want to be my most absolute shredded, and I don't want to have to go into some like panic crash diet, which don't work anyways. You ever see those guys? The best example I can give is like a UFC fight. If a guy takes a fight on like short notice, yeah, like they'll make weight. Volkanovski did it like a month ago. I'm not expecting a lot of you to know who that is, but he was the former featherweight champion, and he had 10 days notice to cut down from, I think he said he was like close to 165 or something like that, 170, and he had 10 days to cut down to 145. Now, he did make that weight, but it doesn't look the same as if you look at when he's weighed in at 145 in the past, when he's done a full camp and a full cut and put the work in. So what I'm trying to get at is these elongated approaches I feel like are more beneficial, and they just end up looking better than those fast crashes. Gonna keep this one brief. I've been filming about 2 sets of gym stuff and a meal a day. Um, Definitely trying to change things up a little bit and bring you guys fresher, newer stuff. So I will see you guys in the gym. Can't let that deter. Can't let that set me off track. So I like to do a little twist with it too at the end.